Hello everybody, it's Sierra, the Artsy Badger, and today we are going to be following one of the oldest art trends on YouTube, the 3-marker challenge. If you are not familiar with the 3-marker challenge, 1, where have you been? 2, it's pretty much picking 3 random markers to color in your picture, but the order in which you do it is kind of controversial around here. As far as I know, one of the first people to do it was Doodle Date. They're an adorable channel. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They're so much fun. But the way that I saw them do it was by drawing the image first and then picking your markers after, and you have to color in your drawing with those 3 random markers that you pick. Intimidating, I know. But there are a lot of people in the community who have done it the opposite way, where they pick the markers and then draw something based off of the 3 markers they pick. Now, I personally don't think one is the right way or the wrong way. I do think one is slightly harder than the other, but I don't think there's one correct way. The first one I'm doing is obviously the first way I mentioned. So let's bust out my Copic markers. I have a lot at this point. I was lucky enough to get gifted one of those big, I think it's like 70 pack ones a long time ago, and then I also have bought myself some more here and there. So I randomly picked 3 colors and I got these. And to be honest, I was pretty excited in the beginning to have Prune BV02, Vermilion R08, and Cocoa Brown E74, which is one of my favorite marker colors. So I decided to do a little swatch here in the corner, and right away my excitement was thrown out because this vermilion is so dang bright and saturated. The other 2 colors, they're so nice, they can layer over each other, they're more muted, easy to layer. But that vermilion ruined everything. So I was pretty excited about having the color E74, Cocoa Brown, or Cacao Brown, however you want to say it. I was pretty excited to have this color because I have used this color as a skin tone in the past. I used it as the dark skin tone for my Inktober pieces, and I liked it a lot, but it does have sort of an ashy tone to it. It doesn't have a lot of life in it. I don't really know how else to better explain that, but I tried to add to her skin that vermilion, but like I said, it was just such a saturated color. I didn't want to go too heavy with it. As you can see, I went really heavy with it for her hair and then tried to dull it down because I didn't want her to look like a clown. It was fine for the shirt. You can have a bright shirt, that's fine. Here I am just struggling to add some depth and dimension with the only 3 colors I have, layering them over and over and over again. Just trying to get some depth here, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so the dog is definitely the saddest part of this picture because I wanted to add some more colors to him, so I added the red color and it just looks so bad. I should have just left him with the brown, but I thought it looked too boring and but you know, everyone makes mistakes and it is what it is, can't change it. So just trying to not be too sad about it. And then I wanted to add some more contrast by adding some black into the image because I think it's pretty much the consensus that black and white, as in sort of your lining color and the paper, are valid colors in this challenge, but you can feel free to tell me that that's not the way the challenge is played. But to sort of get a chance to understand this controversy a little bit more, I decided to do it the other way around too and pick my colors first for the second drawing and then do a drawing based off of it. Little disclaimer, I did not put my original 3 colors back into the mix because I didn't want to potentially get the same color or colors. So I got these 3 colors my second round. I got Marigold VO5, Dark Brown E47, and Pale Yellowish Pink R30. Once again, the marker gods blessed me with a skin color. In fact, you could argue they blessed me with 2 skin colors. I decided not to go with the brown because the brown looked so dark in this swatch, and also my other character had brown skin, so I thought it would be a good sort of, you know, yin and yang to have one with lighter skin and one with darker skin. But regardless, did the swatches, and once again figured out that my marigold color was going to be my worst enemy. There's kind of a theme with these challenges. One marker just throws everything off and makes it really difficult. So a little bit more about the 3 marker challenge and sort of the different ways of doing it and how people feel about that. From what I've heard, the comment section can get a little bit rowdy around this subject, and they'll tell you that you've done it the wrong way if you do it one way or the other. And to be honest, I was mildly in the camp of thinking that the first version I did was the more correct version, mostly because that was the way that Doodle Date did it. And as far as I know, they are the first ones to do it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know who to give credit to for this fun challenge. But in doing the second one, I found that it was pretty much just as hard as the first. Unfortunately, I feel like for this particular 3 marker challenge, I found myself not taking my inspiration from the markers themselves, but instead from what I drew with the other marker challenge. I kind of wanted to make her sort of opposite by making a guy with a cat, if that makes sense. But I did use my knowledge of the colors to plan out his outfit and sort of what he would wear and what kind of cat he would have on his shoulder. So I do think that picking your 3 markers first gives you a little bit of an advantage just because you can draw something that will look good in those colors. The only caveat is that you still don't have any idea what colors you're gonna get. So you could get 3 colors that don't look good together at all, and how are you gonna make something that doesn't have a nice color palette, you know? So they're both hard challenges, and I encourage you guys to try both of them because I really feel like I changed my mind by doing both. I know I said in the beginning that I don't think one is right or wrong, which I don't, but I especially don't now. Before, I definitely was slightly more in the camp of you should draw first and then pick your 3 markers. I love being able to do these kinds of challenges because they're kind of mindless, similar to the Draw This in Your Style challenge. It's something that's really good to do when you find yourself in a rut or not knowing what to draw. And I would especially recommend the second one for that. If you are not sure what to draw, pick 3 colors and draw something that is inspired by those 3 colors. So these are my 2 characters. I really like the way they turned out, and I think they look cute sort of in this double page spread. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Let me know which 3 marker challenge result you liked better, and also which camp are you in? Pick your markers first or draw your drawing first. I'll put a poll in the iCard. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.